What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we do have my friend David that's sitting over here on his phone, not working like he should, but we are installing coilovers today on his car. He actually did happen to pick up a set of BC Racing coilovers. Here they are over here for his E36, obviously. I'm actually running BCs on my E30, which I absolutely love them. These things are great. I'd highly recommend these. So we're going to get started on the rear. The rear is pretty simple. Take this one off, and up inside the trunk area, underneath these covers, there are two 13s that we have to pop off on either side. And then once we pull that stuff out, then we can just drop the shock out. And then you can pretty much just put your foot on here and then pull the spring out itself. So rears are pretty simple, self-explanatory. So now the speaker is out. It only takes 3 bolts. One right there, one right there, one right there. And then you have to push this little silver tab guy back, and then it drops out. So now that's done, at least on the driver's side. You shouldn't have a problem pulling this up and out of the way. And now we do have our sound deadening that we do have to get through. So we'll go ahead and pull this off. Pretty simple. Just like so. Just enough so we can get to this guy here. Get both off?
Yeah. Got him.
Okay, so now both of those are off. David just has to come over here and do this side and pull those two out. And that side's done. Now we can go underneath the car and loosen the single nut to the shock, and we'll pull this thing out. So since we went in and pulled the 2 nuts out up top, I brought the jack in here just to kind of support the whole control arm back here, so that way it doesn't just fall. David's gonna go ahead and zip that thing out.
Let me show you how to get my nut off.
And just like that, there's a stock rear shock. Yeah, I think these are bad.
Yeah, can you tell?
They're supposed to come back out by themselves, but you know.
Maybe that's why my car was sitting on the floor.
Slammed life. So this side's a lot easier to see. And there goes the second one. Pretty safe to say, 25-year-old BMW suspension, trash. And now these are the nice and new BC coilovers.
High performance shock absorber.
Just take a step on here and pull that spring out. Done.
Crunch, crunchy. That's nasty.
Super simple, nothing too crazy on the back side of these things. Here's a comparison. You have one ugly fat boy here, and you have one nice, pretty low boy right here. David did actually buy the extreme low kit for the E36, so we are actually going to height adjust in these just a little bit, since he doesn't have rolled fenders yet, so don't want him rubbing too bad. So pretty simple. You just have to untwist this. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So he's gonna go ahead and raise that up, raise the bottom lock collar to desired height. And then of course, use a measuring device to make sure that both sides are even.
Boom, perfect.
1 1/8, 1 1/8. Done deal. Thank you. Thank you. All right, now find the hole.
Oh no, I can't.
Okay, so that's in there. You just want to throw these on, like so. And like so, just snug enough, that way it holds it in place, and then we'll jack up the car, get these bolts out of the way. You good?
Yeah.
So then you're just gonna pretty much compress until you get to a spot where that lines up.
Keep going.
Ooh. So it might be a little hard to see here in the light, but you use the jack to pick up the control arm so that way you can align this hole with where it mounts here, and then you can just hand thread this guy in, and then I'll have David come down here and zip it in with the impact, and then zip in the top with the impact, and then you're pretty much done with one side. Yeah, give her the Ugga Chuggas.
One more, just for safe measure. Ready?
Okay. I'm gonna go too crazy. Sweet. Now lower the jack. And that's where your ride height's gonna be.
Maybe.
That's what you wanted, right?
That's what I ordered. My pants are ripping.
Hey, you look like you're the same height.
Sad to say.
I mean, it can always be adjusted later. Just need to get them on the car. Yeah, race hardware would definitely make your life easier putting your wheels on.
Oh my god, I'm already feeling the effects. Damn German cars.
Lug studs. They're horrible. Neat idea, but just horrible trying to line your wheel up.
Well, I'm not going to be going into drifting anytime soon, so I don't think that's going to be a problem with having to change tires.
I know, you take your tires off a couple times a year.
Well, with these BBSs I got coming in, probably a little bit sooner than that. So.
Oh, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. What BBS are you getting?
BBS RS2s, custom built completely by 3-piece. They're my boys.
They're our boys, but yeah.
See, I got one of these at work, you know what I'm saying? I do GRVL, and whenever there's a bolt that's stuck inside a wood block, gotta get this bad boy right here, and break that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Sick ass fool. Alright. Jack up the car just a little bit more.
So this one...
So this one's a little bit easier. Well, I wouldn't say easier than the back, but turn the steering wheel. So normally what I do is I come and I take off the tie rod here. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, I can't find my ball joint splitter, so I may have to go pick one up, or we can just try it the old-fashioned way and hit the side of this with a hammer and see if it pops out. It does look like he needs new tie rods anyways. These are pretty like blown out, so something on the list that he needs to get. So we'll take this off, you take this main bolt out, and then there's one here and one here on the other side directly. You pop this out, the whole front comes out. That's why you disconnect the tie rod here. This will come down and fall down, and then you just disconnect from up here, and then you pull the strut out and you throw the new one in. Pretty simple. I found my ball joint splitter, but all we did was give it a few, you know, good whacks right here on the side, and this pops out just like that. So now all we have to do is loosen this guy up here, and this one and that one, and this thing should break free. Make sure you grab the right tool at 13. There you go. And actually, I'm gonna come down here and hold this.
Mm-hmm. Gucci, baby.
There you go. And then turn it and pull it out this way. That a boy. Now let me see that. This is what you do with it. Jump. All right, David, let's see those things.
You know, man, you know, had to go with the gold, had to go with the BC Racing black and gold. Watch yourself. Now, let's just make sure this is the right side.
Now, we're putting this beautiful thing in here. That around like so. And where's the hardware? Here it is. Like I said, don't lose your hardware, guys. Or misplace it. Keep spinning. Keep spinning. The top hat will spin, so you just want to line up the top hat. Because you got to remember, the camber adjustment goes left or right. It doesn't go forward or back.
So it needs to go like this then.
Yeah, the top hat will spin whatever way you want, and then we can spin that to line it up down there.
I swear, these effing lines don't get out of the way.
Okay, you're good. Should be able to let go of it. There you go. Just like that, David.
Easy money.
The car is on a jack stand. We did bring the jack back in here, of course, to lift the control arm back up, because we do have to get these guys to meet and the lower ones to reattach, since we did install it up there first, which is always a smarter decision, at least I think that.
There's a shoe mark from where you kicked it.
Is there? Left my mark on it.
Just like my car's left its mark on you already.
Yeah. Dude, look at that wheel gap already.
Already miles better.
Come on now, use your fingers.
Give me a break, Kay.
Gun's right behind you. There you go. Make sure you put the right socket on, David.
I got it this time.
Okay.
It's fun.
Dang, already looks way better.
Sheesh, I hope it's not sitting on the freaking fender.
It's not going to be, you're good. After some hammering, it's off. There you go.
They say seeing is believing what you wanna see, cause the media is lies with no honesty. Look through these people's eyes so you can see what I'ma see. Look through these people's eyes so you can see what I'ma speak. They say seeing is believing what you wanna see, cause the media is lies with no honesty. Look through these people's eyes so you can see what I'ma see. Look through these people's eyes so you can see
Never
what I'ma
thought I
speak.
needed your opinion, but it's simple that I'm wrong, cause I guess I didn't do this all alone. Never thought I needed your decision to do just what I want, cause I guess chess and I just be the pawn. Can follow these orders, I'm up till dawn. Get right or just get along. They don't wanna see what we saw. Perfect in our ways, we ain't notice all the flaws. Take a step back and just get a view for your own.
They say seeing is believing what you wanna see, cause the media is lies with no honesty. Look through these
I feel like we could still go up a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Okay, last time, we're gonna fix it. And now this side is done. Like I said, we just moved the bolt over, pushed this forward, and then tightened all these down and made sure that this was flat. So, go ahead. I think that looks way better. Way better.
Oh my goodness. This is my car?
Yeah, I think so. It's not mine. It's not mine because it's automatic. You guys can't tell. So I think it actually looks really good, but like we said, still needs to go to an alignment shop to make sure that the toe's correct after we lowered the car. Changes the suspension geometry a little bit. So he'll take that there, they'll check at the rear end, make sure that those are good, and then he'll set the camber on both sides to make sure it's the same, and then the ride height, obviously, we will adjust before we go over to the alignment shop, get that kind of like the ride height down, and then we will have the camber set and all that stuff set. So, but how much nicer is it now, David?
Oh my goodness. It looks like a completely different car already.
Well, it looked better since you put these AC schnitzers on.
Sheesh. I just need center caps for them. That's all I'm worried about. Because right now, running without the center caps, that ain't me.
I mean, they don't look bad. But of course, it looks nicer with the center cap in there. But sweet. Now we just gotta go take this on its test drive. So
let's go.
All right, taking her out for her first test drive, make sure everything's nice and smooth.
Oh my goodness.
How much better does it feel, David?
It feels responsive as hell. Holy shit. It's like it immediately changed the whole perspective. Like the second you turn the steering wheel, the car turns. You know, when you're stock suspension, you feel like the body roll and everything kind of just like lugs you along. No, this thing pulls you along.
Well, you're also used to driving it with having stock suspension, like blown out stock suspension, since you've bought in the car.
Yeah.
So driving a car with coilovers after, you know, driving something like that, it does make a world of difference. So I already do hear a little bit of rubbing, but you know, fenders still need to be rolled, which we will get done.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah, it's barely moving at all. That's perfect. If anything, we could probably go a little, oh, I don't know if we can go stiffer on the springs.
Well, the thing is you still have the dampening adjustment too that you haven't messed with, so you can still play with that. Dude, I am impressed. This is sick. These wheels really complement the car too, I do have to say. I'm impressed. This actually looks really nice now. David picked the right set of wheels, right, David?
I think so.
He has some BBSs that are being made by our friends down at 3-Piece, but I mean, just for coilovers and wheels, like this thing couldn't look any better. Like, look at this. I'm actually hyped for him. The last car David had was actually a 180SX that he brought in from Japan, but you know, things changed. We had to get rid of the car, but I think he's making the right move coming back over here to the BMW side of things. I mean, how does it make you feel?
Honestly, man, it's still too early to tell. I'm a JDM guy at heart, but fuck, man, how can you hate this car? Like,
right?
it's such a great platform. It really is, and hopefully, if all my plans play out, this is gonna be like a JDM style build. I want to get the click tuning kit and probably get like some works or something, you know, whatever 3-Piece can throw at me, you know.
I mean, those BBSs are gonna be pretty fresh anyway, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just want to go with a JDM style, you know, low with a street sweeper body kit, maybe get one of those cool door handles and the bubble shift knob, you know, super JDM fanboy.
Super JDM, but what's nice is these cars can, you know, you can add a bunch of JDM looking stuff and like these things still look good. So, like I said, car's done. David, you're happy?
I'm happy.
Thing looks sick. Now all this thing needs is a manual swap and an exhaust.
Which is on the way. Just want to say thank you again, buddy. Let me
course.
use your stuff. Let me use your garage. Can't wait to take it on the mountain, baby.
So I think that's gonna be it, guys. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more content, and we'll have a lot more cool stuff like this. Later.
Just write your lines, 'cause cause I feel like a champ. Heavyweight, first place, you could expect to get slapped. I'm running laps round the competition, thinking no last. I just laugh, take a sip as I go and sit back. Got the almond in my coffee mixed with toffee, is packed.